The modern-day philosopher, Keanu Reeves, once said that in order to be a lover, you must also be a fighter. Because if you won't fight for your love, then what kind of love did you have? Similarly, this movie states that if you're not willing to suck a leprechaun's to make your dreams come true, did you even have a dream? This is the story of a hopeful young man who ends up selling his soul to the devil and possibly his mouth to a demon to make it in the competitive world of rap superstardom. And speaking of dreams, upon entering this movie, which takes place in Compton, the first thing Warwick Davis does is sarcastically quote Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. One of the bold choices this masterpiece makes. Which brings up the question, was this Dr. King's dream? We all agree that white children and black children should hold hands and sing in the words of the spiritual. But should leprechauns be hanging out with black people? This movie asks the question, has diversity gone too far? I mean, you can call me a bigot if you want, Jordan. But once you bring in the classic movie monsters, I think that's a little too much diversity. That'd be funny if, like, for diversity reasons, if they released the Monster Mash today, they'd have to make it more diverse, which would end up backfiring. They'd be like, no, we're just trying to be more inclusive, so we're throwing in... It was all white, the original. So this one was like, the guest list included Wolfman, Mummy, and a black guy. What? No, he's there too. Yeah, but why is he there? No, he's just also having fun at the party. We did the mash. Our story began. I hope you're thirsty, because here comes iced tea. We see a statue of the leprechaun wearing a gold necklace with a medallion. He's been trapped as a statue. Iced tea is like, all I want is this gold flute. You get the rest, friend. He takes the necklace off, and this is when he comes to life. Our buddy, the leprechaun, he takes the guy's afro pick and stabs him in the neck with it.
Oh.
This is when he says, free at last,
Whoa!
free at last. Ice-T starts taking weapons out of his afro, but he knocks him down, but then he hits him. He just happens to be by a steam valve. He hits him on with the steam valve, which causes him to hit a board. The necklace flies up in the air. The necklace lands on him, luckily. So now he's a statue again. And Ice-T says, got your ass. This magic flute makes you successful. Now he becomes a successful music executive and mogul. Cut to the year 2000, present day. It's an audition. It's an audition for our heroes, Postmaster P, Buster, and Stray Bullet. Now, Postmaster P's whole thing is he wants to do positive rap. He calls himself Postmaster P because he's delivering positivity.
Oh, all right.
Like he works for the post office.
I get it.
Of positivity.
Nice.
His DJ is a virgin. He mixes the beats, but he also mixes chemicals. He's an amateur chemist. Possibly while DJing, he might be mixing chemicals back there because there's an explosion which ruins their equipment. They're walking down like an alley. Then they see the limo of Mac Daddy. He's rich now. Mac Daddy is Ice-T. Ice-T's name is Mac Daddy Onassis. And they go, he's not Greek. And they go, no, his name is Mac Daddy Onassis because he was a pimp and he owned he owned asses. And his buddy's called JFK because he's jerking off, okay? And he's like, oh, hey, guys. They ask him to listen to their demo, and he takes them to his mansion, where he's got the leprechaun in his office. He's always holding the flute, because that's what makes him successful. We see, like, angry Ice-T listen to the positivity rap, and he's like, I fucking hate everything about it. He smashes their cassette, and then he gets a phone call, and he gets really mad on the phone, and he goes, man, I hope you had sex last night, because I'm going to come over there and cut your dick off and feed it to my dog and then wait for my dog to poop it out and then I'm going to set it on fire.
Jesus Christ, man!
So then he kicks him out. But he's like, man, he doesn't want us promoting positivity. To get back at it, we should steal that gold medallion that we saw in that statue. So they're like, we can get new equipment with that. They run in. He keeps the statue in this glass case. The Virgin wants to use explosives to blow it up. But then Ice-T comes in. Right then, the case blows up. And then I guess Postmaster gets scared and he shoots Ice-T. Someone steals the necklace. Postmaster takes the gold flute off of Ice-T. He just knows.
If a guy's been carrying around a gold flute, like, it has to be magical.
I guess that would be kind of obvious. Like if Mark Zuckerberg was testifying before Congress and he was like, I don't know anything about these allegations of information tampering. Now let me pet my gold monkey. Yes, you give me my powers, gold monkey. Yes. They never know where my success is, I'm going to rob that motherfucker of his gold monkey. Is it worth to kill people in order to come up with a song that's like, listen to your parents and eat your food groups? They leave the necklace, but the leprechaun has come to life. So then they go to the pawn shop, they buy gear with the gold. Now the leprechaun's on a mission to get his stuff back. So now they've got the gold flute, but then it turns out Ice-T didn't die because the bullet hit a gold chain he was wearing. They run from Ice-T. He's like, okay, we need to go to the one place where Ice-T would never think to look for us. At the apartment of our one pre-operative transsexual friend.
Oh.
Fontaine Rivera.
Why is that name so...
She's great. Are transsexuals Ice-T's kryptonite? Leprechauns are afraid of four-leaf clovers. The rapper Ice-T is afraid of transsexuals. He can't come in. He can't enter. I don't think he ever enters. They're safe as long as they're at Fontaine's Riviera's house. And then they go... and she's like, okay, well, give me some cash because I'm saving up for my operation. Okay, so now they're having... This is so funny. They're not good at rap. I don't think the flute makes them good. It just makes people think they're good. So they're practicing it. It sucks. But, Fontaine's out there. She's loving it. A neighbor starts throwing shit at him. This old guy's like, shut the fuck up. Turn that shit off. And then he just blows the flute, right? And then it cuts to them. Now they're good. But I think it's an illusion. A crowd is somehow formed in Fontaine's backyard. The crowd loves it. And then Fontaine's like, good night, boys, and takes off just the shirt thing and drops it. I guess as if to say, if anybody wants to, I'll be in my bedroom. Oh. That doesn't go over great. They're all like, no, thank you. You want to do it. No, I bet you want to do it. And then the leprechaun shows up and he's like, I'll do it.
Whoa!
He's like, ooh, I got dibs.
What a turn!
I'll have sex with Fontaine.
This is a twist.
So the leprechaun just shows up, and I guess Fontaine's so horny. She's like, oh, look who it is. Probably wants to fuck me. Doesn't question the fact that it's a leprechaun. Now our boys hear what are either the murderous screams of sex or the sexy screams of murder.
But the leprechaun is killing and not fucking.
Okay, well, every woman in this movie is fucked to death.
Whoa.
That's his thing. And those are non-transsexuals. So I think he fucks her to death the way you would fuck any woman to death. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He accepted her for who she was and fucked that person to death. But then the leprechaun comes out like, oh shit, it's the leprechaun. So then they go in a room, and this is when the virgin chemist springs into action. He's mixing up some stuff in her bathroom, and he goes, the mix of a douche and a jelly is very combustible. So he's got a heating pad. He's mixing together KY jelly and douche.
Whoa.
He's figured out how to make bombs using only the toiletries of a preoperative transsexual.
All right.
MacGyver never did that.
No.
Well, you want to douche your butt.
Yep.
In case a leprechaun stops by. A girl needs to be ready for a leprechaun to stop by, which is you want to douche your butt and lube it up with jelly.
Yeah.
They open the door and they get the attention of the leprechaun who's just looking for his flute. Then they set him on fire and I guess he runs off or whatever. They escape.
Did he fuck her to death or did her asshole just explode from this concoction?
So you're saying some women's buttholes are just an accident waiting to happen. Wait a second. What if the leprechaun didn't kill her at all? I think there was a blowout in the mind. Okay, this isn't important whether you're trans or not. Ladies, be careful what chemicals you're putting in your assholes. No one talks about women's assholes spontaneously lighting on fire. This is a statement about all of the beauty standards that we put on women's buttholes. Yeah. I think the leprechaun fell in love with this woman and he was ready to settle down and then her asshole exploded. And he's like, well, I guess I'll keep killing. The past was doing its best.
That's the theme song.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave them alone. They were doing their best.